Hey everybody, Glenn here, and I've got a subscription box for you today. But first, I want to go over a couple of changes to the way I'm doing these subscription boxes. As most of you know, I started my Twitch streams this week. Had a lot of fun. I appreciate everybody who has popped into the channel and said hi and watched me do some fun live things. But after some great feedback and really getting an idea of how the streams will work versus how I want to do YouTube, I've come up with a different system for doing sub boxes moving forward. So what's going to happen with every subscription box is I will unbox it live on Twitch to start with. So those will be my initial reactions. Opening the box for the first time, not knowing what items are in there, getting that reaction, my initial reactions to the box. I think that works great in a live environment versus on YouTube where you do a lot of editing, things like that. You really don't get the same kind of wow factor as doing it live. So I'm gonna do the unboxings themselves live on Twitch. Those don't take very long, but it's a great way to see my initial reactions and impressions of a particular box. So that's what's going to happen over on Twitch. For YouTube, what I'm going to do is be more in depth. So I'm going to kind of go back to what I originally got into doing this channel to begin with, and that is to be able to give you as much information about a subscription box and a subscription box company that I can to let you make an informed decision about whether to get that box or whether to subscribe to that box moving forward. So I feel like lately I've not been able to do that. Most of my videos on YouTube have been straight unbox it, say, wow, here's this, here's that, here's what I think of it, see you later. You know, I don't want to do that. I want to be a little more in-depth. So I've come up with a series of 6 grades that I'm going to be looking at, 6 attributes of a subscription box that I'm going to be reviewing. And what this will mean is I'm going to do research into the box, research into the items to give you a better idea of really the overall value of the box, in my opinion. I'm going to be doing research, being a lot more in-depth. The videos might be a little longer, but they're going to give you a lot more information about the box and really let you make a more informed decision about if you want to get it or not. So, that being said, what are the grades? What are the attributes that I'm going to give? The first is going to be on value. So I've never gotten much into values before. In fact, I've said that over and over, where I don't pay too much attention to the monetary values of the individual items because there's a subjective quality. Well, I'm including those the other subjective qualities as well. So value I'm going to start looking at. And when I say value, I mean, okay, what are these individual items worth versus what you're paying for the box. So we're going to get an idea of, okay, if I had bought these outside the box, how much would they have been? Would it be the value of the box? Would it be more than the value of the box? Would it be less than what I paid for the box? So that I think is important, especially nowadays where we have kind of finite choices. There's so many subscription boxes, but we can only get so many. So value plays a more important role, I think, than ever before. So I'm going to be looking at value. Second is going to be fun factor. Do we have items in here that are not only fun but practical in some way? You know, are you going to play with them? Are you going to use them outside of, just putting them on a shelf, right? Where's the fun factor? Are you getting items that you're going to react to and say, oh, that's so cool, right? So we're looking at fun factor. I'm going to look at the theme. Now, when I say the theme, most boxes have themes. So I'm going to be grading the theme on, okay, basically what did they set out to do theme-wise, and how well did they accomplish that? Do the items match? Do they flow well in a particular theme? Are there items that are does a box have a theme and then there are items in the box that stray from that and totally go away? So I'll be looking at the theme and how cohesive the theme is for the box. If a box doesn't have a theme, like Geek Fuel or My Geek Box, if they don't have a theme, I'll just give them an A, because the items are supposed to be mismatched. So there's no real grade I can give for that. But boxes that have a theme will definitely get a grade on that. Curation. How is the box curated? How much care was put into picking the items in the box? Are these items that are standard subscription box items? We're getting, stickers, air fresheners, keychains, things like that. Or did they take the time to find unique items that you wouldn't see in other boxes, things that we've never seen before, or exclusive items? So how is the curation of the box? How well did they pick the items? And lastly, so two more. Execution. You can do the fun factor, the theme of the curation. How did they execute the box? How many items were in the box compared to what the expectation is? How well did they, if they did pick a air freshener, was it a good one? Was it one we've seen before? That kind of goes back to curation, but is it one that, is it an item that fits well in the box, and it's an item that we will look forward to either having on a shelf displayed or using in the future? How well do they execute this box? How well do they put it together is a great way to look at it. And then lastly, shipping. Shipping covers, okay, how was the box condition when it came in? How long did it take to get here? How was it packed? How was it packed inside? Were there any items damaged? Things like that. So that goes into the shipping, which I think is an important part. Not only is it an aesthetic about the box, but it also indicates how rushed they are, or how much they care about how they get the items to you. So those are the 6 attributes I'm going to be looking at for subscription boxes, and I'm going to start today with a box that I've never gotten before, and it's one of the pricier boxes, but it's only quarterly, and that is World's Finest Box. And this is the Batman box. This symbol means it's the Batman Rebirth, so they're focused this box on Batman Rebirth. This I paid a total with shipping of $55. So it's a pricier box for sure, but it only goes out once every 3 months. So it's only quarterly. So, they're able to, charge a little bit higher because there's more in this box. So this is just the box. I've got all the items out. We're going to go through the items individually, but looking at the box is cool. It looks like a Wayne Industries kind of a case, a briefcase kind of thing, or a case that holds, the top equipment from Batman, right? Touching on the shipping aspect, this came in a plastic wrap, which was fine. This is a nice heavy box, but I would have preferred a box this inside another box, because this box is a collectible in itself. They've made sure to make it look very cool, right? To make it look like a case that would have Batman's equipment in it. So they take the time to do that, but it's also the shipping box, which means it's got little dents in the corners. It's it's going through shipping, right? It's going through the post office, so it's getting a little bit beat up. If this was inside another box, then it might not. It might have come out a little bit better and not dinged up. This isn't bad. It's not in bad shape, but it does have nicks and bumps here and there, to where I would have rather had it, be in a little better shape when it got to me. All right, so there is the box. So we're just going to kind of go over each item individually, and we'll talk about some of the values in it. So we'll start with the shirt. Wayne Industries shirt. I like the shirt because it's subtle. It's simple. If you look at it, you know what it is. You know what Wayne is. And I like the symbol, the Wayne symbol. It looks like a W, but it also subtly kind of looks like Batman symbol, without giving too much away, right? Black shirt, good quality. It feels good. It's soft. It's licensed. This box is put together by a company called Culturefly, and Culturefly does a lot of different boxes, and they're all the high-end $50-ish boxes. They do a Game of Thrones box. They do this box. They do a couple of like 5 or 6 different boxes. I believe they're all quarterly, and they're all in that $50 range. So they produce and curate this box themselves. So a lot of these items will say Culturefly on them. So it's kind of like if a company like BioWorld or put together their own boxes. You know, it's all their stuff. So that's where this one comes from. But obviously they're licensed. This is a good looking shirt. It's even got a drop tag like if you would have been in a store. And these are all items exclusive to the World's Finest box. Now the thing about the items in this box being all exclusive, it also makes them hard to value monetarily because you can't just go to Amazon and find them. You can't just go to a store and find them like a lot of other boxes. You can find the individual items online pretty easily because that's what they're doing. They're taking individual items and putting them in their boxes. These are all made for exclusively this box, so they're a little harder to value. But the value on this shirt, I put t-shirts at a standard $15. You know, some would be worth less, some would be worth more. The box companies generally put a $20 price tag on their shirts. I think that's a little bit out there. So I generally put a $15 value on the shirts. But good looking shirt. All right. We've got a figure, and I took this figure out of the box already, and it was just too difficult to get him back in the box. So this is a vinyl, and it's a Batman vinyl. I'm going to start using this other camera as well. So it's a vinyl. It's non-articulated, nothing like that. It's as if you'd, this is more like a straight vinyl figure with a stand. It's not like an action figure, so to speak. And there he is on the stand. You kind of see him here. There he is. Cool looking, very cool looking figure. Here's what I like about it. I like its simplicity. He's not in a big old action pose. He's just kind of standing there. But I like the base. You've got good. The base isn't just a base. It's got a design as well. And looking at it, I like the whole cape over. There's a huge cape that goes over most of his body, which is cool. And the detail is good with the musculature and the paint job. Really good. I like that the yellow of the belt really stands out in this figure. So it's a good looking figure, and it makes a nice display. It's not too big like a statue, but it's not real small either. So they did a good job with this, and the fact that it's exclusive and you can't find it anywhere. That being said, the only place I've seen this figure value-wise is on eBay, so we're going to find most of these items on eBay. I like the purple on the inside too. If I find any of these selling, it's going to be on eBay, and there's one listing for this for $50. It's $49.99. So again, a lot of these values, we say they're objective, right? Because things cost a certain amount, but really it can be very subjective because they're only worth what someone will pay for it. So the only listing on eBay was $50 for this, so that's what I put on it. Do I think this is a $50 vinyl? No, not really. But the fact that it's in this box, and we're going to talk about the fact that what the difference is going to be for me, at least value-wise, if a box is sold out or a box is still available, because there's going to be a difference there. So initially, we're giving this a $50 value because that's what someone will pay for it, because that's the only place I have seen this figure is for $50. Now, you know, I wouldn't buy this for $50. I'd buy this, you know, if I needed to, and I really wanted this figure and it wasn't available anywhere else, I'd probably pay about $30 for it. But it's got an assigned value, in this case, of $50. So there is the Batman vinyl. All right, the other big item we have in this box is also a very cool one. It looks like a gun, but it is an umbrella. What this is a grappling hook umbrella. So you see the handle looks like Batman's grappling hook, but it's actually an umbrella. Nope, hope not too many of you believe in luck because I'm going to open this. So it's got the button on the top, and it opens just like that. So there's the Batman symbol, and there's the umbrella. Now this isn't a cheap umbrella. This is actually a sturdy, solid, usable umbrella. It's just cool because it's Batman oriented, and it's got the little gun thing on the bottom. So very cool item. Very different, right? It's a unique item for sure. It's got that fun factor. It's got that wow, that is really cool aspect to it. I have pretty good luck getting this cover back on, except on camera probably. And again, all these items are made by Culturefly for this box particularly. So you're not gonna, you can find plenty of Batman umbrellas, but you're not gonna find this one everywhere. So that being said, this is another item. Now this had multiple eBay listings. The figure only had one. This had multiple eBay listings at about 50. Some were actually more than 50, but this was a $50. Multiple listings and people bidding on them at $50. So this is a little bit safer bet value-wise at $50 than the vinyl. Again, is it something that if I saw it somewhere, would I pay 50 bucks for it? Probably not. But that's the going rate on it. Let's put it that way. If I'm not willing to, if I don't have this box, I'm not willing to pay $50 for it, and I can't get the box. Guess what? It's worth $50. So there is that. It's got a little tag as well, exclusive to this box. And there is the umbrella. All right, we've got a little item. This little Wayne Industries sleeve here, and it actually contains a multi-tool. So there's that. So it's got a little multi-tool. You know, it's got an opener, it's got a knife edge, it's got a saw, it's got a screwdriver, although it's hard to tell how you would use some of these things. Can opener, ruler, let's put it on the correct side, ruler, a saw blade, a butterfly wrench, a 2-position wrench, a key ring hole to put it on a key ring. So it's a multi-tool, but it's got the Batman Rebirth branding on it, as well as the Wayne Industries sleeve there. So cool little item. We've gotten multi-tools before. In fact, we've gotten a Batman multi-tool that's shaped like the bat. And that's the common one you'll see out there, but this is one that's exclusive for the box. So I put a value on this of $5 on the low end, maybe 10. So $5 to $10 on the multi-tool. This is actually a nice little vinyl case too. All right, what do we got next? Next, another big item. There's a lot of items in this box, and the fact that it's $55, it better have a lot. So it has a ton in here. We've got a travel mug, insulated mug. This is a Batman. See the Batman on the front there. It's got a Wayne Industries tag. Interestingly enough, this doesn't have the yellow outline like the other Batman Rebirth items, so it's the only one really that doesn't necessarily indicate the Batman Rebirth, but it's a cool mug. It's it's standard, it's solid, it's heavy, nice symbol on it. It's got a rubber bottom so it doesn't slide around on you. Kind of see it there. And it's solid. It's a good looking cup. There's a lot of Batman themed mugs like this, these travel mugs. This one I'm valuing at about $14 on the low end and $19 on the high end, based on similar mugs. Again, this is something you can't get anywhere else, but there are similar products out there, so $14 to $19 for this particular mug. All right, what else we got? We've got some what they're calling GCPD dossiers. So they're little cards supposedly from the Gotham Police Department on different villains, and then they're evidence envelopes basically. So this one is for Two-Face, and it's got all of Two-Face's info in there in his bio, some redacted stuff in there, which is a cool touch. But it's also got Two-Face's coin in here. So we'll open this up so you can see it. We've got the two-headed coin. The other head is all scratched up. So we can kind of see it there. Two Faces coin. It's a solid coin. It's metal. It's got the markings. It's very real to what Two Faces coin would be. So there we go. Cool, very cool. Again, you're not going to find this particular one anywhere, but based on similar items out there, $10 or so. Solid coin, 10 to 20, really 20 on the high end. I've seen Two Face coins for $20, but I've also seen Two Face coins for like $9.99. So it'll run the gamut depending on how much you value things like this card and the exclusivity within the box. And then they have another one too. This one is the Joker. So we've got the Joker, all his info there, and this one has a Joker card. But this card is a little bit different in that it's a solid piece of wood. See how thick it is? So this is actually a solid, there's the Joker card, but it's thick and it's, you know, it's not a plain card. It's like a block of wood. Nice touch with the, you know, the blood on there. It's definitely solid for a collector's item. And then same with the coin. We're looking at probably about $10 to $20. Mostly 10, I think, on this one too. On both of these, they're nice collector's items, and they make a good make for a good Batman collection for sure. And which all this stuff does. All right, we've got some patches. These are iron-on patches. And these look like more like something you might find in the stores, except they're not, because they're exclusive to the box as well. You look on the back, and it talks about built by Culture Fly, and you know, exclusive to the world's finest collection. So there it is again, a couple of patches. Iron-on patches, you know, $5. Based on similar things you find in the store. If you want to give this a bigger money value because it's only in this box, that's fine, but I'm putting it at just a $5 item. All right, we've got something else that's pretty cool, and that's this case. Didn't know what to think of it at first, but what this is there are a couple of batarangs. My next question was, well, what are these? Are these corn cob skewers, holders? What are they? They're actually push pins. So you pull them apart, and this is what you use these to, you know, post something on your bulletin board, and it'll look like, you know, you have the batarang that's gone into your cork board or whatever in your home or at the office. So pretty cool. So you get 2 of these, which means you get 4 push pins. Again, something I've never seen before, something that's unique. This is executed really well. Our execution is awesome on this because it comes in this case. Very cool looking. This is definitely something that, you know, you might see, you know, in the Batman movies where Lucius Fox is showing Batman something, and it's in this kind of case. Very cool item for a little practical fun item that, frankly, I've never seen anywhere else. So eBay-wise, this is up on eBay a little bit. It goes for $10 to $12 right now. So on the low end, I'm putting a $10 value on those push pins. Again, a unique item. Very unusual. And lastly, I know there's just a ton of stuff in this box, right? Lastly, we've got a print. So we've got a Batman Rebirth print. It's a little big for me to show on that camera. We'll show it over here. Cool print. Again, it's you know, built by Culture Fly, which means it's exclusive to this box. But it is a pretty standard print. It came in a little bit damaged because it's not protected by anything. So that didn't throw me that much. But it's just down here in the corner as prints go. This is a good one otherwise. And looking at similar prints, I put a $5 value on this. It's a very cool print, but prints are pretty numerous, especially of Batman, right? So $5 for this one value-wise, but as prints go, very cool. So that is it for the box. So what I'm going to do is kind of we'll run down the value, and then I'll run down the scores on those 6 attributes that I talked about in the beginning. So the Batman vinyl, I put a $50 value on it because that's the only place, and that's the only price I can find it at. So if you get it outside this box, I put $50 on it. Same with the umbrella, $50, multiple eBay listings listing that at $50. So if you got this box, you wanted to sell that umbrella, you can put it up for probably about $50. The shirt, $15 standard. The Two-Face coin and the Joker card, I put them about $10 a piece. You could find them for higher, and maybe $1 or $2 lower, but that's kind of the price that I put them at, just because similar items are selling for 10 to 20, so I put it at 10. The patches, $5. The mugs, $14 to $19. Again, similar mugs, and this one also showed up on eBay for $19, as far as the only listing I could find. So similar mugs, and eBay $14 to $19, $14 on the low end, $19 on the high end. The push pins, $10 to $12. Those are going on eBay right now. The multi-tool, $5, maybe pushing it up towards $10, looking at similar items online. And then the print, $5. So the low end of this box, value-wise, if you want to add up all the items individually with what you can sell them for, is about $175. On the high end, it's a little over $200, but I'm really not paying attention to the high end because I don't, and there's a reason for that, and I'll tell you that in a second. So the total on this about $175. It's actually $174, but about $175. Now I also altered that value based on the fact that if you went on either the Culture Fly website or the World's Finest box, they have their own site for the box itself, you can still get this box. You could still pay the $55 and get all of this stuff. So it's not sold out. So what that means to me is that makes a big difference. If I want this, if I really want this umbrella, and it's going for $50 on eBay, but I could buy the entire box for $55, why would I spend $50 on this, right? So the value of this box really changes when you can't get it anymore, right? So right now, you could get this box for $55, and I'd highly recommend it because the value of the items is about I'd say $125 with the box still being available if you wanted to sell the individual parts. Once the box sells out or they stop selling the box, I think your items value goes up to about $175. Basically what I edited it up to. Because once that box is not available, these items aren't available because they're exclusive to the box. But right now, you could buy the whole box for $55. So I paid $55, almost $56 for it. So on the low end, the value of the individual items versus what I paid for the box is a little over 2 times. So a little over twice the value of the items, which is awesome. Our peak, what we're really looking for value-wise, is double the paid-for price. And that doesn't happen very much anymore in subscription boxes. Usually they're about, especially the monthly ones, usually they're about the same. These quarterly ones tend to be a bigger value because they don't come out that often, and the fact that all the items are exclusive. Again, when I'm assigning values, I got to make clear that this box is still available whole. So if you want 2 items out of this box, there's no reason to pay $100. Go to the website and pay $56, right? So I can look at the individual value of the items, but that definitely changes if the box is still available. So that's value. So for value, I gave this box an A, right? It's over twice the value of the box. It's going to be even worth more when you can't buy the box anymore. So definitely an A for that. Fun factor. I gave the box an A for fun factor as well. Think about the things that are fun and kind of, wow, that's a cool item. Starting with the umbrella, the push pins. Very cool, unique items that kind of push that fun factor up. Theme. It's Batman Rebirth, solid throughout. I gave the box an A on that as well. They did a good job with the theme. All the items mesh together. It's not hard when you're doing a specific box like Batman to have the theme come out good. But the fact that it's not even mixed up Batman. It's Batman Rebirth version throughout. So they did a good job. If you're a fan of Batman Rebirth, you're set with this box. Curation. I gave Curation a B. And the reason I gave it a B is because there are a couple of standard subscription box things in here, like the print, which is a good print, but you find that in a lot of subscription boxes. The patches, the iron-on patches. Again, they're good and they're exclusive, but it's kind of a standard subscription box thing. It's not as different as you would like it to be. For the most part, great job, but I gave the Curation a B just because of those couple kind of standard subscription box items. Execution. So much in this box. I gave it an A. There's just so much. When I was unboxing it on Twitch the other day, I kept pulling out items. I'm like, another thing? Yet another thing? Wow, this box is full. There's 10 items in this box, which is a lot. Even for a $50 box, there's a lot of items in this box. So A with the execution, all quality, all solid items. Shipping, I gave the shipping a B. I talked about it before with the box coming. This is the shipping box. It just had plastic around it with the label on it. It got it a little dented, a little beat up. So I would have preferred a box in a box kind of scenario where the shipping box protects the collectible box from being a little bit beat up. So I gave that a B. Again, the box came pretty solid. I mean, just little nicks here or there, which would be expected to ship it straight in this box. So a B there. So overall, definitely an A box, and I would say if you're a Batman fan, this is required. If you're going to get a subscription box and you're heavy into Batman, you need to get this box. It has so much in it. The value is spectacular. The theme is awesome. They just did a great job all around with this box. And what my recommendation would be is go and get it while you still can. Who knows how long this box will be available. It sounds like it might be available through the quarter until they get ready to send out the next one. I don't know. And they might even keep it available after the next one. I have no idea. But something to keep in mind, your value of the items in the box will raise significantly once the box isn't available. So I would definitely run over there, get yourself one of these World's Finest boxes because it came out great. Well worth the $55. Especially if you're only paying it once a quarter. They just did an awesome job. So that's about it for this review. I hope you see how in depth I'm getting a little bit more now with these reviews. This is a really long video just because I kind of had to explain the system. Videos moving forward will be a lot shorter because I'll just be able to go into, okay, here's the value, here's the fun factor, blah blah blah. So let me know what you think of this box down in the comments below. I definitely would love to hear whether you think this box is worth it. Any Batman fans, I don't know how you can resist it. Again, it is a little pricier, but it's well worth it. If you think about it, if the quarterly box and you're used to monthly boxes, you paid $50 to $55 for this, it's really only about, what, $17, $18 a month of that 3 months. Pretty good. So this definitely is recommended, but I'd love to hear what you think about it. More boxes coming. I'm going to be doing my Geek Box here pretty soon, and we've got the second half of the month coming, which is when all of the boxes seem to come. I've got a lot of Funko reviews, which are going to, by the way, Funko reviews are going to be YouTube only, so I'm not going to be doing those on Twitch, so you can look forward to that. And other than that, please, please, please check me out over at Twitch. I'd love to see you over there. I mentioned in my Facebook post that right now this is my full-time job. So if you find that I'm adding entertainment or information, some kind of value to your YouTube and Twitch experience, there are many ways to support the channel, including ways, through Patreon. Going over to Twitch, there's going to be a ton of ways to support me on Twitch. We're going to have giveaways and games and all stuff just for watching, but there's other ways to support as well. And I really am looking forward to doing more and more on all the platforms. I've got some mini podcasts coming up through Anchor.fm, content coming up, live Facebook Live content coming, all that kind of stuff that I'm really looking forward to getting to. But I'm starting to get into a routine, into a schedule. So definitely follow along on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hit me up on Twitch and watch me here, because I'm going to be pretty much everywhere moving forward. So until next time, thanks a lot. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.